This hangout is live.
Yay!
Welcome to the interwebs.
We are back.
We are back. Tonight is sort of an impromptu DayTrippers adventure starring Nikos Carcosa as the inimitable Frank Frass. And Frank is going to find himself in media res in this situation. We don't know what happened to Frank between the last adventure and this one. We know that Frank went to sleep and had his dream of sleeping in blue goo, but instead of waking up in the blue room, Frank is being shaken awake by a person he recognizes. This is Shiloh. He's your second in command. You're in your bunk on the command crew level. That's deck 3 of the Perturabo Research Station. I'm going to go ahead and share this picture here. Are you seeing it?
I am.
Cool. All right, so you are on deck 3. That is the command crew section. You're being shaken awake. That box over to the right-hand side is the control for the thrusters. There's another one on deck 6. So there are two places on the ship from which you can control the thrust and spin. You're laying right beside it in the bed that you're being shaken awake inside Shiloh, who is a sort of a creamy-skinned, freckled man with shortly cropped red curly hair. He looks sweaty and scared. He's shaking you up. Frank, something's terribly wrong. I know I wasn't supposed to wake you, but we're getting hit. We're getting hit by something.
What? Okay.
You are just beginning to come out of sleep, and you're feeling that the shaking and trembling that you were dreaming about is actually real. The entire ship is shaking. You just got hit by something.
Okay, well, I'm running to thrust control, making sure we're still moving, because last thing we need to do is also fall in.
I've been watching it. We're doing fine. We're on orbit, and we're in band number 1.
Okay, and then what the hell is
our location? We are at position E3. We drifted in when we were hit, but we're still in the green zone, Frank. And if you look at, let me share another image with you.
Yep.
I wish it was faster to flip from one image to another. There we go. All right. We had just made it. Let's say we're at point A1, which means in the first band, counting from out to in sector A. That's where we started out. In the last minute, what happened? Shiloh explains the ship was hit. We lost a whole lot of radius. We're now in band 2 at E. So we've been knocked in toward the event horizon about 5 million miles. And if you look at the sensor screen, you see there's all sorts of crap whirring past you. Rocks, magma, streaks of white energy, frozen ice, and light is streaming past you. Let's do a sort of skills do you have here? Let's do stellar nav. This is a stellar nav beat 3. So that's you're rolling brains, which is 3 dice. You're adding 1 for stellar nav, and you're trying to beat 3 with the highest.
All right, let me get dice stream going. Roll. Right. The remind me the +1 on stellar nav does what? It's been a minute.
Okay, you're trying to beat a difficulty of 3. So what you want to do is you roll 3 dice because your brains is 3. You're gonna take the highest one and add 1.
Add 1 to it. Okay, so I got a 5.
Okay, so no problem. You You realize you're in the stream of a planetoid. A planet has been pulled apart and is being jerked into the black hole. Because its mass was so large, it's being pulled around and from behind you and through the orbital path that you guys are taking. You're getting hit by a planet that's being pulled apart right now.
Right. So we're in E2. About where from is this thing getting pulled? Do we know?
It looks like you're just coming out of it. So between B and D,
okay,
streaming in toward the center with the biggest cluster towards C. That's when you got knocked in one band.
Gotcha.
You are now hearing sirens starting to go off throughout the ship. The computer is informing you that you have fires on board. There's a fire in the free-flying docked vessel. There's a fire in the general lab, and there's a fire in the support crew station.
Okay, I'm gonna need get on the PA and call everyone to. You said in the free flyer in the. Did you say
in the free flyer in the general lab and in the support crew section? So that's deck 4 and deck 1.
Okay, so I need everybody into command crew and grav lab. And I'm gonna seal off as soon as everybody gets the all clear. I'm gonna seal off general lab and support crew and vent.
Okay, we got a problem.
Okay.
Now Shiloh is sitting at the console right next to you. Actually, we got 2 problems, Captain. First off, the scientists are up in the other module. They're on the other side of the spoke. And I know I wasn't supposed to, but I let them talk me into it. Jones and Marley are outside.
Son of a bitch.
They're doing an EVA.
How soon can they get inside? They need to get, are they still out there?
He slaps a headset on and he's calling for him. Jones and Marley, you out there? Jones and Marley, are you out there? You hear screaming and crying. This is Marley's voice. Screaming, blubbering. He's saying the name Jonesy. You're getting the idea Jones is no longer with you.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got? We got 2 scientists up in the other module. We've got you and Shiloh right here in command crew, and we got 1 guy outside, and we got 1 more guy inside. Tyler, he's down in deck 1. Tyler should be putting out that fire.
Right. So, yeah, let's get Tyler on. If he's in support crew with that fire, let's make sure he's got that thing going. I'm going to send Abby down to check him out, and I'm sending I'm sending Baby down to help out Tyler, and I'm sending Abby out to help out Marley outside and get him the hell inside, find out what's going on. Right. And while that's happening,
Marley's going to have to come back in through the spoke. So you're sending Abby up to the spoke. You're sending Baby down to the support crew to help Tyler.
Right. And while I'm at it, I'm sealing off the free flyer and venting it.
Oh. Yeah. I'm not going to make you roll anything, but we're not going to know what happened until you get there.
Right. And actually, if he's sketch that, I just thought of this. If he's outside still, that venting is going to basically act as a thruster. So I'm going to have to hold off on that. But I am sealing General Lab, and as soon as they are inside on the spoke, they are to go straight up into the Astro Lab.
All right, you hear back on your radio. Tyler has greeted the robot down in support crew. They've got the fire extinguisher on the fire. They're on it right now. Upstairs, you didn't send anyone to General Lab.
No, I'm sealing off General Lab for the moment.
Okay.
And then if they are done with that, I'll send them up to take care of that.
Okay, I need
Well, hell,
Shiloh is on the blower to Marley. He's got him paying attention. Marley, we need to pull you back in. We're pulling you back in. The bot's coming to get you. Head toward the spoke. Marley is blubbering something outside. Uh, he says something about there's people out here. He's freaking out.
fucking hell. We'll let the bots handle it. Get him inside.
You sealed off the free flyer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fire still raging in there. 1 minute later, the ship is moving. Okay, because you've been falling in, we're going to need to make you correct your course.
Okay.
Do you want to stay in the second band of green, or do you want to maneuver back outward again?
I want to maneuver back outward again. I want to have something to play with here.
Okay, you're going to need to beat 5. This is a piloting roll.
Mm-hmm. Clear roll. Come on. Roll. I got an 8.
That's a yes and. Okay, so you have pulled 1, 2, 3, 4. You are now in I-1. You successfully pulled away from the black hole again. Fire still raging free in the free flyer. The fire in deck 1 has been put out. The fire in the general lab, you have no idea because it's shut down in there. Mm-hmm. And a new round has begun. Let me see what happens.
Since we are out of any real danger zone, I'm venting the free flyer, and as soon as that's out, I am venting the general lab. If I can get these fires out without putting anybody in danger, I'm going to do it.
I'm going to call this a brains roll.
Okay.
And it's not hard to do, but just don't roll triple ones.
And this is just pure brains?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's just about timing it so you don't hit the man outside.
Right. 3, 4, 1. Highest is 3.
Okay. Both of those levels are vented. Both of those fires are out. There may, of course, be damage to the machinery. You won't know till you check it out.
Right. Closing them up and letting them normalize. How are we on getting Marley inside?
Abby has made it to the spoke and is pulling Marley in by the coil. There's one tether that comes in completely sheared off.
Okay.
Jonesy's tumbling out there toward the event horizon. And Marley is coming in. It'll take one more round to get him in.
Okay.
You are getting you're getting Helmsley and Murdoch are now talking to you from the lab. What the hell was that, Captain? You drinking at the wheel again?
Yeah, we just got hit with a planetoid that's getting spaghettiized.
Listen, we've got to keep these experiments running, okay? We need the ship stabilized. Can you keep it stable? We only need a few more hours, and then we're out of here.
That's what I'm working on right now. We had some fires on board, had to vent that. That was a good bit of that turbulence, and we may have lost Jones, but we're getting everybody inside, getting the fires under control, and getting ourselves back to the edge of the safe zone.
Well, listen, Captain, says Murdoch, you know there's a whole lot of money riding on this, and I have a feeling we won't be collecting our bonuses if we don't bring this data back home. So you make sure our ride is smooth, will you?
If we don't get hit with any more planetoids, that should not be a problem.
Give me a brains roll, beat 2.
Got a 5.
All right. You know, at the speed that you're going around, you're going to hit that planetoid trail again in about 5 minutes.
Okay. Where is it, the bulk of it?
The bulk of it is coming in the C sector. You've now progressed to I.
Okay. And it's... Okay, and so it's getting pulled...
Toward the center.
toward the center, straight through this to the center, or is it crossing like
It's
spinward
being pulled
towards A?
pretty straight through sector C with
Okay.
a little bit in B and D.
Okay, so there's not really a whole lot. So basically, we've got a wall O planetoid at C.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm gonna just run some trig in my head and see which of the green bands I'm more likely to hit the bulk of it.
We're going to do brains versus DL4.
Okay.
You don't have a math skill. You do have
So,
stellar nav. I'll give you stellar nav for that.
Cool. Got a 6.
Right now, the mass of the planetoid is in the second band. By the time you come around, most of it will be in the first, but you're still going to hit some debris next time you come around, no matter what.
Gotcha. Okay, so as long as I keep stable through,
you want to try to stay out as far as possible because it's moving inward. But that stream is really long.
Right. So I'm going to radio Murdoch and Helmsley and tell them to lock down everything they can. We're going to be hitting another bulk of that planetoid in about 4 minutes unless we pull completely away, which is really not an option.
Pulling away will destroy those experiments. You'll have to start all over.
Yep. And we won't have the fuel to get in and out anyway. So, not really an option.
Shiloh is at your side. Okay, my hands are idle, Captain. You want me to go check out the flyer?
Yeah, please do.
All right, he's on his way. Okay, so Shiloh goes off. Tyler's got the fire out downstairs in deck 1. He cuts in on your radio. Captain Tyler here. The fire is out, and I've got baby with me. Where do you need me?
Get up to Astrolab, check on Marley, and I need a, while you're on the way up there, I need a damage report on General Lab. It should be normalized by now.
On my way. I'm taking the bot with me.
Do it. And I'm gonna.
you know what? I do need a roll for you to continue thrust and spin. This is a DL5 versus your stellar nav. Oh, slipship pilot. Sorry.
Got a 6. Oh, just barely.
All right. Gravity is maintained and your course is maintained.
Excellent. I'm going to send Krabby to the physicists to assist in any way possible, just to throw them some hands.
Okay, so now you've got Tyler and all 3 bots going up into the spoke. It's getting a little crammed in there.
Okay.
By the way, the bots move half as fast as people do.
Okay.
So if you're moving around on this ship, people can move like, if you imagine each level to be 3 sectors, like left, center, and right.
Right.
Consider each of those to be like a square on a chessboard. A human can move 10 squares in a minute, and a bot can only move like 3.
Gotcha. Okay, then let's keep Krabby where he is, and I'll send Tyler and actually both of them. So yeah, let's let Baby head to the Astrolab when he gets up there, and he'll do a damage report, check out General Lab, and Baby will continue on up while he's doing that to see what the physicists need.
Nice. Okay, that all took 1 more minute.
Okay.
And here we go again. In this next minute, you are not hit by anything. You've moved around to M1 is where you are right now. Shiloh has made it to the free flyer. He pops in on your headset. Controls are pretty badly damaged up here, Captain.
Okay.
I think it may still be flyable, but control interfaces and the upholstery is shot.
Understood.
Ordinarily, the free flyer can hold 4 people under very cramped conditions, but 2 of the seats have been completely burned down to the frame. There's a lot of exposed wiring. It's pretty bad. You could still probably get 2 people in this thing.
Okay. Well, let's hope we don't need it for more.
Helmsley and Murdoch are asking you to stabilize the vessel. Can you slow the spin just a little bit?
Let's find out.
This is a piloting roll. Beat 2. It's easy.
Got an 8.
Okay, no problem. We're getting some interesting readings, Captain. We didn't expect to see fluctuations like this, but it appears that multiple versions of the same stellar signatures are emanating from the black hole, or should I say from behind it. We can see around the black hole at the same time as we can see the front. We can also see the back of it because it's bending the light from behind it.
Right.
And when our instruments look out in that direction, we find that there are, if we try to trace a single photon stream, for instance, we find that it has multiple signatures simultaneously. We're looking at a space-time phenomenon that no one's ever encountered before. We have to get this data home safely.
I'll do absolutely everything I can to make sure that happens. While I am stabilizing, everybody's doing their thing, I'm going to try to see if I can figure out the trajectory of that planetoid and see if I can figure out what the hell it was, where it came from.
This is a stellar nav. You're going to have to beat 5.
Okay. I got a 7.
Wow.
5, 5, 6. The dice love me tonight.
You know for a fact that there is no planetoid in this area. There are no planetoids orbiting Cygnus. Your best guess is that this was a rogue planet, uncharted, that just wandered into the pull of the black hole. No one could have seen this coming.
Right. How you holding up, Marley? Get on the horn to
Tyler comes back to you. I'm pulling him in. I'm pulling him in now. We've got Marley.
Okay.
We've got Marley. He's safe. He's on board. He's scratched up and he's babbling something. He says there's ghosts out there. I'm going to medicate him.
Yeah, please do.
I'm taking him to medbay. Oh, you can't take him to medbay. You got general lab locked down, Captain.
All right. I'm going to... Yeah, I'll unlock it. As soon as it's normalized, you should be able to get in.
Roger that. Abby's back to you. All yours.
Awesome. So I'm going to shoot... I'm going to send Abby... not Abby. I need Abby inside. I'm going to send Krabby outside to check out exterior and give a report. I need to get some eyes outside.
Okay, that's going to take 2 minutes for Krabby to get outside.
How much do I have till we get to see?
3 minutes, 3.5.
Okay. Then I will hold Krabby inside for a minute. I'm not going to have anybody outside while that's happening.
Okay, well, all fires are out. You got your man inside. Right now, there's no big crisis going on, so we'll just let this minute tick by.
Okay.
I'm going to need your piloting roll again versus DL5.
Okay. Got an 8.
No problem. Gravity is maintained at a perfect level. Your thrust is maintained at a perfect level. You are now in Q1. Another minute has gone by. You have now passed the opposite side from where the planetoid is streaming into the black hole. And from this side, you can actually see the planetoid streaming into the black hole from above and below. Because the way that the light is bending, you're seeing it from both above and below.
Right.
When you look toward the black hole, you see nothing.
Right.
You see darkness. But if you look off to the side of it or away from it, you see light streaming toward you and past you.
Right.
And in that light, you can see chunks of planetoid across the other side. 1 minute has gone by. That means I've got Marley and Tyler down in the general lab. We've got the bots, Abby and Krabby are both up in the spoke. Baby is in the general lab with the two men. Let me see how your med bay is doing. Not too much damage to the general lab. The med bay is still operating, so we're able to strap Marley down and try to get him stabilized. Tyler comes in on the radio. He's like, he is really spooked. This is some PTSD kind of shit. He says he saw his grandmother out there, and she's been dead like 10 years.
Yeah, there's no orbiting body in this sector. I don't know where this planet came from.
Oh, we hit the jackpot on a rogue planet, huh?
Indeed. Absolutely no way we could have foreseen this.
Hey, if it's all blown up, do we still get to name it?
I'd say that's... I don't think there's going to be anybody to argue with on that, man.
Shiloh says, I've already named it, Captain.
What do we got?
His name is Francis.
Thanks.
Saint Francis. He got us here. He's going to get us back, Captain.
Indeed.
Shiloh's pretty religious. He actually has a couple little saints above his bed, and you've caught him praying regularly. He's pretty sure that Jesus is going to get you through this.
Definitely works for me.
All right, we're going to let 1 more minute roll by. You got your man stabilized. You've now made it to band U1. We have a problem.
What's up?
Let me find out where. Hang on. You hear Shiloh shouting, shit, fuck, motherfucker. That's coming in through your headset.
What's going on?
Captain, I'm pinned. I need some help up here. I'm in the free flyer. This cabinet just fell on. I guess it was unsecure.
All right. Abby, get up there.
I'm stuck.
Abby, get up there. Get him out of there.
Abby starts slowly moving up toward the other end of the ship.
Shiloh, are you in critical danger or are you just stuck?
I'm just stuck, Captain. This is stupid. I was trying to move some of the upholstery up out of the way, and this cabinet fell completely off the wall.
Okay. Abby is en route. Are you good until she gets there?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Okay, just calm down. We'll get you out of there.
Captain, this is Tyler in the med bay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking Marley's vital signs. He seems to have some heart arrhythmia going on, and there's some strange brain activity I've never seen.
Specify.
I don't know. God, it just looks like parts of his brain that aren't typically used in conscious activity are firing like a motherfucker. He's having some sort of brain activity I can't identify.
Is he at any physical risk at the moment that you can tell?
He's at no physical risk. His suit was fine. His oxygen levels are fine. All his vitals are doing okay. It seems to be he's in shock, but ordinarily the medication he's under should have quieted him right down. Instead, I'm seeing all of these spikes.
Well, we're about to head back through that planetoid, so that's going to take up everything I've got. So what I need you to do is keep him strapped down and keep him as calm as possible and get ready for some turbulence.
All right, Captain. You hear Murdoch and Helmsley, they're shouting numbers back and forth at each other. They seem really excited about whatever their experiment is turning out. Most of it's just, quantum mechanics babble that doesn't really make a lot of sense to you.
Right. Murdoch, anything I need to know?
Well, I'll correlate the data for you, Captain. It's too early to tell. We are definitely seeing some interesting effects, though. Gravity does indeed seem to be bending light, and vice versa. This is a reciprocal pattern.
Light is bending gravity?
That's the best way I can describe it to you, Captain. Again, this is pure speculation at this point.
Keep on it. We're about to hit some turbulence with that planetoid again. Get everything locked down as much as possible.
You've drifted 10 million miles in the last 60 seconds, and we're coming around again. We are now at point A. This is right around the point where all the problems began. I'm going to need another piloting roll from you, DL5.
Oh. Got an 8.
All right. You're holding fine. Artificial gravity levels are perfect. In about 30 seconds, you'll be hitting the planetoid stream again. So what's your last orders before that happens?
Everybody lock down, lock down, lock down. We're about to hit the planetoid again. It shouldn't be as intense as last time, but get everything that you can locked down and strap yourselves in.
You hear various people strapping in and grunting and groaning. You hear Shiloh welcoming the bop. I'm pretty strapped down as it is, Captain. I don't know what's going to happen I don't know what's going to happen to this cabinet, but I don't have time right now. I've just got to stay put. Abby,
okay.
Hold this right here. Hold this right here, Abby. You can't see what's going on, but apparently he's got some sort of idea.
Okay. Just hang in there, Shiloh. We'll get you out as soon as we can.
Here we go, gentlemen. Oh.
Oh, that's not a good sound.
Yeah, that's not a good sound. All right, this ship is taking 5 hits. Let me find out what happens here. The ship is hit by several large pieces. The entire thing shudders. Your gravity fluctuates for a second. You can feel everything shuddering. An alarm goes off. You have a fire in the Astro Lab. Another alarm goes off. You have a fire in the spin thruster. That's bad. That's really bad. General Lab has been hit. No hull puncture. There's a big dent in the wall of the General Lab right now.
Okay.
And the 4th hit is... Oh my. I don't see any other way to do that. The 4th hit has struck just between the spin thrusters and the free flyer. It has jammed the docking mechanism. Shiloh is now trapped in the free flyer, and the door cannot open. One more hit, and that is Abby was hit by that piece of metal. Abby is no longer functional.
Fuck. All right, baby is
And we
in
got 2 fires right now. Wah, 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 wah. Astrolab and spin thruster.
spin thrust. Okay, I'm sending. There is where people are. Okay, everybody that's in Astrolab needs to get up into Psi Crew right now. I am sealing off the Astrolab and sending baby on up into spin thrust to get that fire
We've
out.
got a fire extinguisher here, says Murdoch. I'm just going to handle this myself. We can't stop these experiments now.
As long as it's small enough to handle, go ahead. I'm sending baby up into spin thrust.
Roger. Okay, it's going to take a minute for baby to get up there. Actually, it's going to take 2 minutes for baby to get up there. Murdoch and Helmsley, by the way, I should tell you this. It's probably par for the course, but I'll tell you anyway. There is a handheld fire extinguisher on every level.
Okay.
So that's what Murdoch is trying to put out the fire on deck 5 with right now.
Gotcha. Shiloh, how you holding up?
You're getting no answer back from Shiloh.
Fuck. Okay, so we are. There's nobody else.
You know what? Your spin thruster has been hit. You need to make your piloting roll. You got to beat DL5, but you have 1 against you right now. So you actually need to beat 6.
I got an 8.
Good job, Captain. You've just passed through the zone. You're now in Sector E and out of the trail of the planetoid again.
Okay.
2 fires still raging.
Murdoch, how's that fire going?
We've got it out, Captain. Your robot just came through here, heading up the spin thruster.
All right. I need one of you to head up there, get up there as quick as you can. You're going to be able to move a whole lot faster than baby. And you're halfway there anyway. Just see what that fire's doing. See if you can get it out with the hand extinguisher.
Helmsley, take this can. Go up there and help baby. So Helmsley kind of grumbles. I always get the shit work, and up he goes. Murdoch turns back to his experiment. Just keep this ship on course, Captain. You're doing fine. 1 dip into the yellow zone. I just need 1 time around, and then we're out of here.
Well, now's as good a time as any. So I'm going to maneuver.
All right. This is a DL5. No, I'm sorry. It's a DL6 because your spin thrust is still fucked up.
Got an 8.
Good job, Captain. All right. We are dropping down toward the yellow band. You're now in I2. You drop down 1 band at a time. So it's going to take you 2 more maneuvers to enter the yellow band. 2 more minutes.
Okay.
Let's see if anything happens while you're doing that. Nothing really bad happens while you're doing that. Let's see how baby is doing with that fire. Baby has got the fire out. The alarms stop. Go on.
So we'll be entering yellow at K.
No, you've dropped down only 1 band and you were in the outermost. So you'll enter yellow 1, 2, 3, and let me see. Right now you're at
I2, right?
Okay, and then you'll go to J2. You'll be at M3, and then you'll enter yellow around, like 03.5, right? And you'll end up at Q yellow 4.
Gotcha. Okay.
That minute goes without incident. We're into the next minute. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do your roll at DL6.
Got a 7.
You're right on course. Everything's doing good. Still haven't. Okay. That minute went by. Still haven't heard from Shiloh in a minute. Helmsley is back in the lab with Murdoch. The experiments are still doing fine. Tyler is down in the general lab with Marley. He says, "There's nothing I can do here for him. Do you need me somewhere else?"
I need a damage assessment on spin thrust, and I need. we got to get back up to functioning because we are diving into the yellow zone right now.
On my way. All right, up goes Tyler to join Baby Bot in spin thrust. Marley is completely useless downstairs. And looks like we left Krabby sitting in the spoke. Krabby is available for work right now if you had anything you wanted her to do.
Okay, let's get Krabby on the door to the free flyer. See if there is any way we can get that thing working again.
Very good idea, Captain. And up she goes. That's 1 more minute gone by. So here we go. We're about to enter the yellow zone.
Okay.
You are now at Q4. You have officially entered the yellow zone. And some weird shit happens just as you cross into this this next barrier between green and yellow. As you drop down, you're getting closer and closer to about 2 Schwarzschild radii away from the black hole now. So you can now see completely around the black hole. If you look out your viewports, I'm not going to make you make a psych roll because you're aware that you're going to see this. But what you're seeing is that all of the light around you is being pulled toward a line in the center, which you can see both the front of and the back of at the same time. It's like literally visually impossible. And
right.
You're seeing it. All right, you're now at Q4. Let's see what's been happening with everybody else. Baby has made it up to the door. She's starting to work on it. Tyler is calling back to you. He's helping Baby at the door. Looks like it's jammed from the other side. Something large and metal has come up right against the locking mechanism. We're going to have to cut our way through. Captain, permission to cut the bulkhead?
Crap. We need as much integrity as we can. When we get out of the yellow zone, permission to cut. As it is right now, we need to stick.
Roger that. I'll stay here waiting for your word. Tyler is sitting there with a blowtorch, just kneeling down next to the bulkhead, waiting for you to give him the command.
Okay.
There has been no word from Shiloh still. Helmsley and Murdoch are doing fine. They say, this is just what we need. Hold this course. If you can drop in 1 more band, that would be great.
It's probably going to be even thinner at this point, so I should be able to risk it. Let's do it.
All right. This is, you're trying to beat a DL7, right? No, sorry, the fire and spin thrust is out. DL6.
9.
Very good. So you're moving a lot faster now that you're in the yellow zone, and you're now at V5. You're at V5. The entire vessel is now starting to shake and shimmy as it tumbles end over end. Everything seems to be holding together. That's it, Captain. Hold that course. We just go 1 time around at this radius, and then we can pull.
Okay, we're still going to hit some pretty hard turbulence in a few minutes.
Actually, you're going to hit it in about 1 minute. The closer you drop in, the faster you're moving.
1 minute, less than 1 minute, we're going to hit some turbulence more. We're going to come around and hit that planetoid again.
Okay, everybody braces. Here we go. 1 more minute. You are now at C5. You're directly in the path of where the planetoid was, but it looks as though it has cleared this band. It's been sucked past the event horizon. It's gone. All right, Captain.
Let's get out of here.
We need to hold this. We need to hold it this radius one full time around. So that means you want to get 2.5 minutes at this altitude. Okay. let's just go through it.
Mm-hmm.
The first minute, we've got nothing happening. Shutter, baby. Everybody else is fine. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are now at M5. I'm going to need you to make a roll versus DL6.
Got a 9.
Okay, you're good. You are at M5. 1.5 minutes like this, and you'll be able to pull out again. Oh, we have a fire.
Fuck.
A fire just broke out on the console you are using.
Shit.
You're sitting there controlling, and suddenly it bursts into flames right under your hands. Okay, grab that extinguisher. This is just don't roll 1. Roll a d6. Don't roll 1.
Boom, boom, boom. Come here. Clear. Come here. 2.
All right, you managed to put the fire out, but you are also going to be at a -1 for controlling the ship because you had to take your hands off the controls and deal with that shit for a minute.
Right.
Which means that right now you've got to be DL7 to avoid falling into the orange zone.
At a +2. Gotcha. So DL7 is including the neg. So I'm still doing a roll +3?
Correct.
Okay, I've got an 8.
Nice. All right, so you take your hands off the control, you reach around behind you, you grab the fire extinguisher, you're putting it out, and then you put your hands back on the controls. Some of the controls are burned and melted, but you don't even care. You're just pushing buttons, pulling levers. You managed to hold the orbit, and you managed to hold the spin, just barely. If Murdoch were here, he would clap you on the back because the whole experiment is riding on this last minute. As the ship tumbles end over end, everybody's getting their readings as quickly as they can. We just need 1 more minute. Let's see what happens.
And
nothing terrible happens.
As that was happening, everybody on the comm heard fire. Fuck, 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 fuck. Okay.
Fire what? We don't have any weapons.
On the console in front of me.
All right. One more go. This last time around at this altitude, and then you'll be able to pull back up. This is a DL6.
Okay. Got an 8.
You are now at X5. You've completed 1 complete orbit in the yellow band. Murdoch says, that's it.
All right.
I've got my data.
Get out of here. Let's get out of here. Pulling up.
All right, here we go. Now, this is going to be especially hard. We've got a -2 working against us because we're 2 bands in, and we are trying to move away. You're trying to beat DL8 right now.
Got 9.
Dude.
I'm a damn good pilot.
Fucking are. All right, you're now in E4. You pull to the outermost limit of the yellow band. 1 more move like that, and you will be safely away from this bitch. Let's see if anything untoward happens. Oh, we have something happening, and I have a feeling it's just when you pass Sector C. There's probably more of that planetoid left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So this is at C5?
This would have hit you at C4 or 5, yeah.
Okay, 4 or 5 right there.
You're drifting back out to E4. Okay, this... The spoke has been hit.
Fuck.
The spoke has been hit badly, bent. You now have you're now leaking air through the bottom of Astrolab and the top of the general lab. That means Marley is in trouble, and Helmsley and Murdoch are soon to be in trouble.
Okay. Crap. And they can't get out through there.
The alarms are sounding. They're not going to be able to come back down through the spoke.
All right, so and they're doing the okay. Experiments are done. So get them up into Murdoch and Helmsley into Psi Crew and have them seal off Astrolab as soon as they're out. And shit. I've still got Krabby. I'm sending Krabby into General Lab to get Marley out of there before I seal it off.
Good call. Okay, now up in the top half of the ship, you've got Shiloh, Tyler, Baby, Helmsley, and Murdoch. Down in the bottom half of the ship, there's you, Marley, who's unconscious, and Krabby.
Right.
The spoke has been hit and is leaking air, so you've got to seal both levels, and you cannot go through the spoke. However, it is possible to EVA from one module to the other.
Well, we can't really do EVA right now. That putting somebody on the outside of the ship sounds like a stunningly bad idea in this band. But we can.
You have crossed band C. It looks like you've got about 4 minutes
to get. I mean, as long as I get people to stable areas, I can get Krabby to bring Marley into the command, and then get the astrophysicists into Psi Crew, and they should be good there.
Yeah, as long as the ship doesn't get hit again.
Right. But the problem is I don't know where the ship's going to get hit if it gets hit again, so just keep where it's fixed.
And speaking of the astrophysicists, you still do need to try to do your regular role to maintain gravity.
Absolutely.
You are back out in the yellow zone. That's DL6.
Eight.
Okay, no problem. You're maintaining gravity and speed just fine. And we're going to let one more minute go by. Everybody's moved to the positions you've ordered them to. Nothing else hits you. Are you going to try to maneuver outward again?
Yeah.
Let's
get
do
as
it
out as soon as we can.
All right, this is going to be a DL8.
I nailed it right at 8.
Right at 8?
Yep.
Okay, that's a yes, but. And the but is pulling out has placed too much strain on the ship. The spoke snaps.
Oh, fuck.
The ship is now in 2 parts. They're barely connected by just tethers and wires and shit.
Tyler,
whirling around at 10 million miles an hour.
Right. Tyler, forget that bulkhead. Get down to Psi Crew. Get on thrust control. We need to stabilize this thing. We're not connected by anything but cables at this point.
Give me a brains roll, DL2.
Got a 4.
Everybody suit up.
Yes.
That's going to take a minute for everybody to suit up.
Yeah.
Actually, Tyler is nowhere near his suit. He's
Okay.
going to have to come down to Astrolab, get a suit. Helmsley and Murdoch can suit up.
Okay. Well, Tyler is heading to needing to get to the Scilab anyway, so he needs to be coming down.
Okay.
So he'll be, because suits are right there, yeah. And I'm assuming I have my suit right in command crew.
You're gonna do a roll for me at DL5 because you're back out in the green zone.
Okay.
And then you're gonna put your suit on.
Got a 7.
No problem at all. Course is maintained. You take your hands off the control and quickly get into your suit, and one more minute goes by. You are now at N3. Everybody has their suits on. Tyler, Helmsley, and Murdoch are all on the Psi crew level. We left Baby up in the spin thrust.
Mm-hmm.
Still haven't heard from Shiloh.
Okay. Where is Krabby and Marley?
Krabby has now got Marley,
Mm-hmm.
who is unconscious,
Mm-hmm.
and has asked for directions. Where do you want Krabby to take Marley?
Bring him down to command crew and get him in a suit.
Coming down. Robot lugging this big tattooed man.
Right, and I'm going to continue to pull us out. I am getting us into free space.
Okay, this is a DL6.
Got an 8.
1, 2, 3, 4. You are now at R2. When the next bad thing happens, it's a fire and spin thrust. It's the same fire.
Fuck.
You're overheating these engines, man.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna level off.
Okay, so the alarm's going off again. Fire and spin thrusters.
Okay, I'm gonna level off.
Baby's already up there.
Orbit. Yeah, and get Baby on that fire.
Baby's on the fire. Tyler, Helmsley, and Murdoch are reporting in. Okay, we're suited up and we're ready. I'm going to take these guys toward the outer bulkhead and waiting for your word.
Okay. I need you, Tyler, also on to get on spin control in Psi crew. We need to basically we're going to need to freehand this synchronization.
Captain, you know I'm not a flyer.
I know. I just need you to keep me between those two lines on your monitor.
Oh, shit. All right.
Shallow's stuck up in the free flyer, man. Otherwise, I'd have him do it.
Tyler's going back up to Psi crew. You better tell me what to do. I didn't do too well in this course.
All right. I walk him through startup, and I mean, startup's pretty much automated, but you're going to take the joystick and you've got 2 green lines on either side. You've got 2 green lines top and bottom. You need to keep me inside that rectangle. You're going to see the hole that was left in the spoke. That's what you're gonna line up with. We don't keep this synchronized.
What are you going to be doing?
I am going to be continuing to fly until we get out into free space. I'm really not comfortable moving away from these controls. So I'm going to, if the fire is out in spin thrust, I am going to keep trying to push us out of black hole entirely.
Okay, so while that conversation is going on, Tyler is talking to you while he's moving to the control console. 1 more minute is going by. The ship zooms 1, 2, 3, 4. You're now at V2. Are you pulling out or are you staying level?
I was staying level to give baby a chance to get the fire out, but I am now, once it's out, pulling out.
Okay, this minute has to be spent putting it out. So at the end of this minute, you're at V2. The fire is out. Tyler is in position, and now we have to roll to see how he does. Oh, boy. Oh, yes, Tyler! Tyler gets an experience point.
Yay! Guess where that's going?
Good job. Yeah, the gravity is perfect. Gravity is perfect. Excellent. Now it's your turn.
Okay.
The DL5. Are you pulling out now?
Yeah. So I'm getting us the fuck out of here. I hit it at 9.
You hit a 9. 2, 3, 4. You're at B1. 1 more of those, and this mission is over. Let's see what happens through the next minute. You're about to enter the debris zone again. Guess what? There's a little more debris.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. The free flyer has just been hit and knocked completely off the station.
Fuck.
Okay, now, there's no personnel in spin thrust. There's just a robot, so the lack of oxygen isn't harming anyone. You've got, you can shut off, you can shut the, what can you do? That bulkhead up there is fucked up. You're going to have to shut Psy-Crew off from spin thrust, which means you're probably going to have to sacrifice Baby right now.
Okay. Well, Baby can... Well, I mean, would Baby not be... I mean, just basically leaving it outside, essentially.
Yeah.
Right, but it'd still be functional. So, yeah, I'm going to shut it off without hesitation.
All right, that means Tyler's still safe. Shiloh...
I guess we're going to find out if Shiloh's awake at all real quick.
You can see the free flyer now sort of drifting and spinning away from the ship with this massive hole in its side. It does appear to be completely punctured all the way through.
Yeah, he's dead anyway. Fuck.
Next minute, here we go. Now, Tyler, maintaining gravity. Come on, boy. Tyler fails. The ship wobbles erratically, and you all begin floating up off the ground a little bit. You're starting to lose gravity. Okay. That means you're at a -1 for whatever you try to do right now.
Okay, I'm strapping myself down. Well, I'm already strapped down, so, but, okay. I am
DL5, but because of the gravity failure, you're now at DL6.
6. Got an 8.
You're out of here, Captain. You have left the green zone. You're in a vessel that's like barely hanging together by like a couple pieces of spaghetti. The free fire is tumbling into the event horizon with a dead astronaut inside of it.
Fuck.
And just as you come out of the green, you see this comet shoot by. That was Jonesy.
Oh. Oh. Everybody, sound off.
Congratulations, you have made it. Whoa. Good job. And you had like 10 yes ands in there. You successfully saved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people's lives. You get 15 experience points, sir.
Fuck yes. $38 total. Cool.
And you know what? I'm just going to wrap it right there because I don't think we actually need to play the part where the guys EVA down into the capsule. You guys are away from the black hole. You celebrate by having some really bad instant coffee in the general lab. Or I'm sorry, in the command crew's quarters, and then you radio home for your pickup. Now you guys are going to have to wait there for a couple of weeks for your pickup to come, and long before that couple of weeks goes by, you take a well-deserved nap in your quarters. Having drunk your fill of coffee and a little bit of whiskey that was smuggled on board by Tyler. And so you lay down for a well-deserved sleep. And when you wake up, you're in a blue room.
Oh, fuck.
In a tank of gel. And we're going to end right there.
Nice.
You know, I've decided that Frank Frass is sort of like my shattered version of Jerry Cornelius. Right? Because like all the shit that's been done to him, you can work him into any reality at all, and then you can say, well, it was a dream, Frank.
Right.
He never knows what's real and what's not anyway.
Exactly. He's yeah.
That makes him perfect for this kind of shit.
Now I gotta watch Final Program.
Oh yeah. Actually I haven't seen that either.
Oh.
Wow, that was just a 1 hour game. Good, short, little, dangerous
Absolutely.
thing.
Little bite-sized thing. Excellent.
Yeah, so at first I was thinking silent running, and that's why I gave you the 3 little bots. And I figured, eventually the people might get biffed off one by one, and you'd be left with the bots. You'd be like Bruce Dern in Silent Running. But then while I was writing it, I also started remembering the movie Gravity. So yes. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start banging this shit to pieces. Let's see how that plays down.
Surprisingly well. Because remember, ladies and gentlemen, slip ship pilot is not a dump stat.
That's right.
Holy shit. Oh, man.
Well, that was nice.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. Excuse me.
You are excused, sir. And I guess I will stop the broadcast here because there's no point for anybody else watching us. Thank you for viewing if you were viewing. And we'll see you next time.